Hi, I'm Boy from Bikel. This is Felix from Fazua, and we're going to talk about his company. Hello, welcome.
Hi, Boy, thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm fine, as I said before. Thanks.
How was your trip from Munich, right? You're from Munich?
Yeah.
To Eurobike. Was it were it hectic days in the preparation?
Yeah, the preparation was really hectic, like we were expecting it, but the actual drive here was okay. It's just 2 hours of drive, and I drove a Sprinter for the first time, so 7.5 meter Sprinter. It was fun. I'm pretty proud of that. We made it here safe.
Yeah, I'm happy about that too. Otherwise, we wouldn't have this conversation right now. You know, these days are all about creating awareness and extending business. And you were done that by winning a design award. Congratulations for that. You just told me you won actually multiple awards. And what does it do for your brand and to win such prize?
Thanks for the congratulations. Yeah, I think these awards are pretty important, especially for new brands like us or brands that put out new products, because the end consumer or also the OEM, who is also in our target group, can orient on which products he can actually trust on. And whenever you win an award, there's a jury behind that that is objective. Hopefully. And whenever you win an award, it's also great for the company because, obviously they get known in the industry.
It's good publicity.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about the company because Fazua is not that, it's quite relatively new, right?
Yeah.
When did it start and what's the history behind it? And
yeah,
can you tell me that?
Actually, it's been growing a lot lately. We've been on the market for just 1 year, but we were founded in 2013. So the idea behind Fazua and the whole concept of the drive system is actually 5 years or 6 years old, and we've been developing the whole system for 5 years before we actually were producing it in a serial delivery in a style that we can ship it in a serial delivery. So since 1 year we are in the market, and we were equipping 7 bikes before this Eurobike, for example, just to showcase you our growth now. And on this Eurobike we are presenting 17 bikes with different OEMs. So these are 16 OEMs now, and we are quite happy how it goes.
I can imagine that. 16 that's a lot, and not the least brands I heard. Pinarello is one, right? Focus is one.
Yeah.
And so that's not nothing. But the thing is, I think, is because you're focusing on sports bikes, road bikes, and it is completely integrated. And I think that is one of the strong points of Fazua, because I'm a road cyclist as well, and I can imagine that we are vain people, you know. We don't want to see a big motor under a road bike, because then it's all like he's cheating. But you have found a solution to that.
Yeah.
You have hidden it neatly. Can you explain how you came up to the idea and how the system works?
Yeah, I think first of all, one have to say we are not just an e-road bike supplier. Our system fits in every bike that wants to be ridden in a sportive way, and also for riders that are a little have awareness for style, who want a pure bike and want the riding feeling of a natural bike. This was something we wanted to create from the very first day, to get an e-bike with a natural riding experience. With road cyclists, it's very hard to persuade them. As you mentioned, they're pretty vain. They are still recovering from the latest innovations like disc brakes, and now we are coming on with our e-road concept, and they we had some harsh comments about that. But I think it will change now. The people are starting to think about it because we are not a classical e-bike company, e-bike supplier company. We create e-bikes that can be used for sportive purposes, and this is a completely new niche in the whole bike industry. So we don't really we don't have that many wars to fight.
You have a battery here.
Yeah, it's actually more than a battery. It's the whole.
This is the whole system.
The system itself.
Please explain.
We have 3 modules in the system. It's clear when I put this, the whole modules out. We have here the battery. It's pretty light. You can lift it up.
Oh wow!
Yourself.
I was expecting to be heavier because normal e-bike accus or batteries are like 3 kilos or so.
Yeah.
This is quite light.
This is 1.38 kilograms to be exact.
That's half, and that's 250
watt hours.
Yeah.
And it fits in this, we call it drive pack, and it contains the motor, which is just in here. So it's a really tiny motor compared to other middle motor systems. And we have a special freewheel here. And the freewheel is, might be pretty interesting for us to explain why Fazua is actually so unique on the market. The freewheel itself makes sure that the rider does not have to pedal against the drag of the motor. He does not have to pedal against the resistance of the planetary gears that are inside this motor. So whenever he's riding faster than 25 kilometers per hour, he can use the bike like on a normal bike without support and without any resistance at the same time, and this is very unique.
Yeah, because mostly that's one of the big complaints about e-motors or e-bike systems, that whenever you go over the limit, it becomes just a very heavy thing to ride.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that's what you solved with it's super small.
Yeah, it's tiny.
It's very tiny. Yeah. Can you take the other part out as well? The
motor unit?
Yeah.
No,
I want to see it.
Sorry, I can't.
Oh, okay. The other.
I can see your picture. I can do pictures of that.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
You brought the battery, but the battery belongs to something else. Namely, a bike.
A bike, yes.
You also brought a bike. This is a new model, right? A world premiere, people. Are you watching? This is it. Explain me this beautiful piece.
This bike is not just a world premiere. The whole brand Cairn is never been seen before. Cairn is a brand that is launched by the same guys that run Hunt Wheels. They are really successful, coming from the UK, and so does Cairn. They launched this really beautiful gravel bike, which is very lovely and has some nice features like this dropper post we are making jokes about. I show you quick how innovative these guys think. You can lift up the saddle with the dropper post by shifting it with the front shifter here. And the whole frame design is very beautiful. It's an alloy frame, which is at the same time very affordable. So this will be for normally we have bikes between 4,000 and 10,000 euros, and this will be our low entry price model with end price between 3,000 and 4,000 pound. So it's quite affordable and really beautiful at the same time. And we are very proud of this project as well.
So what I don't really understand is you make e-bike systems, and this obviously is a collaboration with another brand, Cairn. But do you also make your own e-bikes, or is it just collaborations? Or just, is it?
Just
that's not the right word.
No, actually we are a supplier. We don't do our own complete bikes. It was really complicated to build such an innovative product, so we said frames are also very complicated to build, and there are many frame manufacturers on this in the bike industry that are doing a splendid job. And so we are a supplier for frame manufacturers. We now have these 16 OEMs which we support with systems, and there are more to follow. But we will stay a supplier and then for e-bike.
So really specializing on the system itself. And if we look at the future, this is already quite a small system in itself. But what do you think about that? What direction will it be going? Because I can imagine one day a battery is just a chip or something. Just how do you see the future of the batteries and e-bike systems?
The way we developed the system was to think in a different direction than usual e-bike drive system suppliers. We thought about making it lighter, more integratable, and with a very sensitive torque measurement sensor which supports you with a very natural riding experience. And you see already that this trend to natural bikes will go on, and we are currently, I might say, leading that trend, and we will continue this path. We are already developing follow-up generations. Obviously, we have 20 R&D guys working non-stop on improving so many little details, and we see the future of e-bikes definitely in a very slim, lightweight version like this bike, and this is something we are trying to form for the next few years. Yeah,
I can understand. We at Bico believe that eventually in the future there is no such thing as an e-bike or a car anymore. It's all electric mobility solutions. So that we see these two industries coming together. What's your take on that?
We think that we come from a quite busy city with very inhabitants and quite hectic solutions for public transport and from Munich. And we think that the bike will be one of the most important public transport systems in the future, because it's the easiest, most independent, and most individual way of going from A to B. So we are thinking that the bike sales will even increase in the future as the numbers of sold cars will decrease a lot.
So the increase of bikes and decrease of cars. You're making sports bikes or sport-oriented bikes, but I can imagine in the city there's more a need for commuting bikes. How do you, as Fazua, respond to that?
The system is also already used in commuting bikes. We have several models with different brands on the market already, because the commuting market is huge and it's growing, and the commuting market is in the need for stylish concepts and stylish solutions for nice bikes that support in a fun way, not in this mover way where you just sit and you don't really feel what you're doing. But you don't want to sweat at the same time when you go to work and wear a nice suit like you do. You don't want to sweat when you're in the office, and so you can use a lightweight system and a slim and clever version like ours.
You still have that natural feeling.
Exactly.
We are here at eurobike, and we've seen, as you know, some changes over there for this edition. For example, the change of date. Change of look and feel, and how do you think about that?
Well, for us, it's not the best date actually, because it shortens the model year for 3 months, and we didn't have for us it was not that hard, but for some of our partners it was hard to produce and to develop their products in time for Eurobike. We think that the Eurobike is still the most important trade show in Europe, and we will definitely take part in the next few Eurobikes if they still exist. I think they will. It's a good thing that the date next year is later again, so we are coming closer to this former model year schedule we had last year and the years before that. I mean, it worked out for I think 20 years now, and but Eurobike is changing a lot, and we will. Yeah, it's exciting to see how it will change next year. What kind of ideas they have.
Always look to the future, right?
Yeah, we are very optimistic over the year.
I can hear that. Talking about the future, the time is almost running out. We're almost out of time. So I say the last question, which is the easiest as well.
Oh, God.
So, if you could change the industry by yourself,
okay.
How would you do that?
By myself, without speaking for a company now?
Yeah, no, your personal take on that.
Well, actually, I think the political influence from e-bike or from whole bike industry is far too less. This is my spontaneous answer. I would say, especially in Germany, we have a huge political influence by the car industry, but not from the bike industry. And sometimes I wish we would have some representatives that would actually stand for the bike industry itself. Very strong bound between different brands who can speak to some political parties or gremiums, if that's word exists.
Which one?
Gremiums. Gremium of English.
We should look that up.
Yeah.
I think I know what you mean. So the baseline is unify.
Yeah.
And gain political influence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thank you for that vision and
Thank
sharing
you,
it with me.
Yeah.
And thanks for your time.
Thank you, boy, and sorry for coming late.
That's all right. I'm happy you showed up.